President Donald Trump is quietly achieving his most lasting legacy: lifetime appointments of conservative judges.
You know, we've appointed many judges.
So far, the president has nominated 154 federal judges. With the help of a Republican-controlled Senate, 84 of his nominations have been confirmed, pushing the ideology of those benches further and further to the right. And Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has made it clear that he will continue to prioritize bringing nominations to the floor.
We intend to keep confirming as many as we possibly can for as long as we're in a position to do it.
If the Senate makes a dent in those vacancies, Trump and the GOP could profoundly restructure the federal judiciary for a generation.
Congratulations. You know, when I got in, we had over 100 federal judges that weren't appointed. Now, I don't know why Obama left that.
Trump came into office with 112 judicial vacancies, more than twice what Obama had to fill. That's because during the last 2 years of Obama's presidency, the Republican-controlled Senate essentially refused to confirm any of his nominations, leaving an unprecedented number of vacancies for the next president. Today, Republicans are continuing their efforts to fill as many benches with conservative judges as possible.
We had a tremendous year in terms of achievement. So many things we did: judges, including 2 Supreme Court judges, and many federal bench judges.
Trump's confirmed judges are, on average, 20% more conservative than George Bush's, and several of them have been exceptionally unqualified for the role. Let's start with Judge Mark Norris, now sitting on the U.S. District Court in Tennessee. As a state senator, he was a big supporter of Trump's Muslim travel ban. He led the effort to bar immigrants from settling in Tennessee, an effort that even Jeff Sessions said was baseless. And he publicly compared Muslim refugees to terrorists. Then there's Jonathan Kobes, who was confirmed even after the American Bar Association deemed him unqualified due to his lack of experience. Kobes hasn't practiced law in years. He's never been a judge, and he's only tried 6 cases. He now sits on the 8th Circuit Court, along with other Trump nominees, all conservative, young, white, and male. Another confirmation to the 8th Circuit Court was L. Steve Grass. The ABA gave him a rare, unanimous, not qualified rating for his, quote, temperament issues, particularly bias and lack of open-mindedness. As Attorney General of Nebraska, Grass wrote that the Roe v. Wade decision was morally bankrupt. He also was on the board of directors of the Nebraska Family Alliance, an organization that supports conversion therapy and aims to define marriage as only between a man and a woman. In order to get people like Kobes and Grass on the bench, Republicans are testing the limits of their confirmation power. For starters, they are ignoring the ABA's recommendations and labeling the independent organization as biased.
We should completely dispel with the fiction that the American Bar Association is a fair and impartial arbiter of facts.
The ABA has long been regarded as an important independent arbiter, and Grass is the only unanimously unqualified nominee to be confirmed in 30 years. Another way Republicans are getting judges onto the bench quickly: the blue slip. Historically, nominees only get a hearing if they have the endorsement from both senators in their respective states. However, in order to prevent Democrats from blocking Trump's nominees, Chairman of the Judiciary Committee, Senator Chuck Grassley, decided that this is no longer required, negating this long-held courtesy.
The blue slip courtesy is just that, a courtesy.
Similarly, judicial nomination hearings are not usually held during recess. However, the GOP took advantage of an empty Capitol building to quietly pass nominees through the committee without much oversight. Only 2 GOP senators attended this hearing on October 24th. Some of these hearings were shockingly short, lasting 6 minutes each, and some had unconventional character witnesses.
Vote for my daddy.
Okay.
All in all, 30 Trump judges were confirmed to the Court of Appeals in the president's first 2 years in office. The appellate court hears roughly 50,000 cases a year, far more than the 70 annual cases the Supreme Court hears. So these judges are often the last word on every aspect of American life, from civil rights to environmental protections to health care.
Putting strict constructions on the courts, the single biggest way you can have a long-term impact on the country.
Though Trump has not been able to flip any circuit benches to a Republican-nominated majority, many of the things that Trump seeks to do can be amended or overturned by future presidents and future lawmakers. But the impact of these lifetime judicial appointments will last a generation, long after Trump has left the stage.